The Winner's Laws, written by Bodo Schafer, narrated by Troy W. Hydson. Success. He has achieved success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who has earned the respect of intelligent people and the love of small children, who has found a niche in which he has filled his life and has fulfilled his task, whether by way of the beautiful flowers that he cultivates, a completed poem, or a saved soul, who is always grateful and has known to appreciate the beauty of our earth and who never failed to express it, who always saw the best in others and always gave his best effort, whose life was an inspiration and whose memory was a blessing. Bessie A. Stanley. Dedication. This audiobook is dedicated to all of the winners in this world. We have them to thank for the progress that is made on our planet. Forward. You may have seen some successful entrepreneurs and wondered if you too could ever be so successful. And most of all, you might wonder how you could be. What would you need to do to make your dreams come true? You may have already read some books that have taught you certain methods or techniques. Maybe you've even applied those approaches and waited in vain for striking success. You might have asked yourself, when will I finally be rewarded for my efforts and ambition? You'll find that such books are insufficient. Books must be utilized to complement, and they must act as a pointer in the development of your character. Only concentrating on the techniques is like cramming for exams. You can get by like that, but you'll hardly become a more mature person in such a manner. Real success depends on developing a true personality. After all, every person experiences the world by who he is, not how the world is. In effect, how he is conditioned to see it. Each person must learn the fundamental principles that make him or her a more mature and stronger person. This already demonstrates the baby boomer phenomenon. The American soldiers who served in World War II had already experienced severe hardship in their youth. They grew up in times of a recession when a great number of individuals did not have jobs. Many of them experienced hunger. The American government proposed a unique opportunity to their soldiers. They were offered a free university education once the war ended. These young men understood that it was the chance of a lifetime and dived zealously into their studies. Not one semester was squandered. Time was not wasted unnecessarily. They concentrated on their studies with all of their strength, and when they graduated, they were given good jobs. Again, they gave it their every effort. They were free to learn, to take in the laws of the winners, and to live according to them. It is thus not surprising that these same men triggered the American economic miracle. The economy boomed, and nothing seemed able to stop its growth. It has now been some years, however, that the situation in the U.S. has looked far more rosy. What happened? The people who built up these companies have become older and have given up their positions to their sons and daughters. This generation, the baby boomer generation, has grown up in an entirely different fashion. They've not experienced need. Their parents kept every difficulty from them because they wanted their children to have a better life. When the time came, however, for the baby boomers to lead the companies, they did what they had always done, avoided problems and difficulties. Since they didn't know the laws of the winners, they began to run down the companies. They were not equal to the task. Abraham Lincoln said in his famous thoughts for politicians and entrepreneurs, "You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot lift the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. You cannot further brotherhood of men by inciting class hatred. You cannot help the poor man by destroying the rich. You cannot keep out of trouble by spending more than your income. You cannot build character and courage by taking away man's initiative and independence. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should have done for themselves." Whoever truly wants to be successful does not ask only for better techniques to turn everything around for him or her. He or she calls for the pointers to the personality that will attract success. He or she will ask for the fundamental basic principles of a successful entrepreneur.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?